this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Yeah, it's Goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. Now don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of your
I gotta
team.
make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And we are live. Salute to everybody out there this fine. What is it? Hump Day is Wednesday? It's Wednesday. They don't work today.
It is Wednesday.
But yeah, man, happy Hump Day.
Yes, sir.
It is Wednesday. Happy Hump Body, man. You done made it to the middle of the week. I know you've been up here grinding just to shine, man. And listen, I understand it. I feel it. But the Dallas Cowboys got to do some damn grinding too. And they got to explain to us in detail, to the very minute details of what the hell this young boy Christian Parker we gonna get that opportunity today. It's finally happening, landlord. Essence Fest is upon us because you know we got an all-black coach. This is going to be the Essence Fest when they bring their asses up there.
Absolutely.
To do this.
I can't wait
conference
to
today
hear.
Man.
I can't wait to hear what Christian Parker got to say. I just want to, like, I'm gonna be watching a lot of characteristic type stuff, like demeanor, confidence, how he wanna, you know what I'm saying, how he hold a room. All that shit matters to me. When I'm talking about my coach, all that matters to me. And I think it's important. So I want to see. Because think about this. If you not interested when he talk, chances are the players ain't interested when he talk either. I'm going to just tell you straight up. So it's good. It's a good chance that they ain't interested either. Now, they going to be interested or pay enough attention just because it's their job. But I guarantee you, you learn more in the classrooms with the teachers that was interesting and fun.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, honestly. And let me know, man, because my boy said that I'm chopped and screwed. Let me know on DJ Screwed right now, man. We went through a lot of trouble to try to get this shit fixed. So let me know what's going on with my connection. You know, if it's Gucci, you know, you put a 10. If it's dog shit, put a 1, and anything else in the you level you rate it like that. So let me know what my connect in the chat. But you know, to my brother landlord's point, you know, all those characteristics matter in coaching. It's not just the X's and O's. You also do have to be able to teach. You know, you have to be able to problem solve. You have to be able to lead other grown ass men. Because these ain't even no kids, man. These grown ass men making more money than you are. You know, these guys on defense like a Quentin Williams. Quentin Williams is a $20+ million a year player at the defensive tackle position. JVB boy said it's about a 7. Joe said that bitch a 1. Big Down says about a 6.8. So as long as that shit is not like it almost unwatchable, we'll keep trying to see what we can to get better in the liquor store and in the trap. So we appreciate y'all for bearing with us as we fight the fight to bring y'all the most uncut and underrated Dallas Cowboys content in this century. Really, like folks ain't even did this is historical landlord. They wasn't even doing shit like this before me and landlord started making content, man. So salute to everybody, and salute to the Swab D with the 5P. He said, "Good morning, gentlemen. I appreciate you, my guy." But yeah, man, just like when it comes to your coaching, X's and O's matters. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like you don't. Like, you know, he said I'm choppy. Hold on, let me try to refresh this shit real quick then and see, because I got a wire connection, so it shouldn't be acting crazy. So give me 2 seconds. Let me hit the refresh button and see what's going on with this baby back bullshit. Testing. I went ahead and I refreshed. Let's see if it did any good, you know, for the quality of the stream. Y'all let me know in the chat box, you know, if the stream is still tweaking or not. All right, Rail said a 6. He said I'm a little choppy. We got Peaches in the building. Salute to you. We gonna figure it out, man. You know, sometimes you gotta build. You know, sometimes you gotta build the plane while it's in the air. So we figure it out. All right, down bottom said it sounds better. Bet it up then. But yeah, but I've heard nothing but glowing reviews about Christian Parker up to this point, though, man. You know, I've heard as much as Fangio wouldn't have failed in Miami if Christian Parker been with him. You know, I heard that much. Like that's kind of praise they give Christian Parker, and I'm not saying that it's not warranted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not warranted or nothing. But I want to see and hear Christian Parker for myself. I want to find out who Christian Parker is as a man. I want to find out, and this is the thing, man. Salute to my brother Donald Holmes in the building too. I see you, my guy. Thank you for tapping in. And this is the thing,
absolutely.
Too, man.
Salute to everybody checking in, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, indeed. And this is the thing in regard to Christian Parker. When they get up there, you know, and they ask him questions, I want to know what makes him tick philosophically. I want to know what he covets in a defensive back. I want to know how he feels about pressures. I want to know what he feels about disguises. I want to know, you know, how he want to utilize his fronts. Is he really going to be a 3-4? Is he going to be a multiple front guy? Like that's the kind of stuff that I want to know about him, and then how he answers and handles himself is going to tell me how he is as a man. So I do want all boxes checked. I want him to let me know where he coming from mentally, you know, in the personnel he likes, in the scheme he like, and how he want to utilize disguises. What's his own personal thoughts about blitzing? I want to know all that shit, And I also want to see how he carry himself up there, you know, in front of the media, in front of his superiors on the coaching staff, you know, and everything else in between. So I'm excited to see this shit. I can't lie to you.
I'm ecstatic. I can't wait. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I understand all the stuff that make him a good coach, but like I said, he still got a lot of boxes to check off for me as far as how I feel about him. I just gotta see how he carries himself too. Like, we heard great things. I'm sure he gonna pass the test, but I just want to see how good he passes. Is he gonna pass him with a B, a C? You know what I'm saying? Or is he gonna pass him with flying colors? He might wow me like Brian Schottenheimer did. Who knows? Like, you can ask him. I give Schottenheimer hell because somebody got to do it. He can't have everybody hypnotized, goddammit. So when I first heard Brian Schottenheimer talking on the press conference, I said, wow. I called him, I said, man, this dude is dope. I said, man, I can listen to him talk about offense all day. And you can see that was true. Dude know how to communicate. He a master communicator. If you don't you can't take the many things from him when it comes to that. So like, if he pull a Brian Schottenheimer on top of what his resume say, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because I want to know. I want to know. Hey, salute to Queen Cowboys with the Good Morning Cash App. I appreciate that for the love and support. Thank you for helping keep the lights on inside of the liquor store and inside of the trap. Thank you for everything that you do and all the support that you show. Salute to you. Thank you very much. And if anybody else want to be generous and hit the cash apps or the super chats to help us stay making premium Dallas Cowboys content, you know, hit the cash apps, man. They both is up there. Both pages is monetized. We beat our Rico case. We ain't have to tell on nobody from Harlem, man. So, you know, we good. Our faces is clean in these streets.
Absolutely. We ain't tell on nobody from Harlem, man.
Yeah. Real talk. So that sort of segues me into my next question, because this is like a schematical thing, you know, and like how our personnel matches what some of the reports are. And listen, I'm gonna be fair to everybody. They have not flat out came out and said we're gonna be a 3-4 defense, but you know, all the little inklings have shown like they're gonna play a lot of 3-4. They hired an outside linebacker coach. You don't actually need an outside linebacker coach if you're not running a 3-4. They actually only exist, you know, within a 3-4 defense. Because remember, in a 4-3 base package defense, you have the Mike, which is the middle linebacker. You have the Sam, which is the strong side linebacker, and you have the Will, which is the weak side linebacker. Within a 3-4 defense, the left outside linebacker and the right outside linebacker are basically pass rushers most of the time. They're coming after the quarterback, right? So when we sit up here, and landlord Queen said she did hit your cash app. Did you get it?
Let me see. Yeah, I did. Shout out to Miss Queen and Donald Holmes. I appreciate y'all.
Indeed, Donald Holmes just came through on my end as well. Salute to brother Donald Holmes for showing up and showing love, man. I appreciate y'all for helping keep the lights on over here. Because remember, we're gonna have to cuss a lot of people out, you know, before the day is over. I'm sure me and landlord will be back, you know, to do a show this afternoon. You know, when I make it home from work or whatever. There's a lot of conversations that need to be had. There's a lot of things that need to be straightened. You know, there's a lot of hard conversations that we got to have about some of the people on our team. You know. Because I think we'll have time to talk about it this morning, matter of fact, because we got to trim some fat. And I'm past the point of ever thinking about trading away my all-pro players anymore. Like, at the end of the day, and I think we touched on this before, at the end of the day, the NFL is a performance-based league. I want all the people on my team that perform and all the motherfuckers that have been underwhelming, they can get the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I mean? So,
Thanks.
I'm not trying to get rid of my young up and coming players that are performing when we have a team full of guys that underperform and are paid. I would rather move on from them first, and then we'll come to a discussion about what we're gonna do about everybody else. But them niggas can't make it. Like them niggas that just taking up space, they're average and paid. Like, listen, situations like that is why you were one of the most expensive defenses in the NFL and one of the worst in history. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that shit comes about. You pay a bunch of
I
middling
think
guys.
that also come from loving these damn players so much. That's where I think that come from. Loving these players so much. Cause that's what get us in trouble. We commend the Cowboys for loyalty and all that shit. Like sometimes it ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Just being real, like, okay, I want people to understand it's two different things, right? It's a personal level where us especially as black men, we want to see these young men be successful as possible. But it's another aspect to where I need production on my team. So like that ain't got nothing to do with how I feel or what I want for them in the future and all that good stuff. Like I absolutely need this stuff to happen on my team. You know what I'm saying? So like I think people get like they get caught up in some of the stuff that's not retaining the football, man. Football wise, I need these guys to answer the bell, and I need the best players on the field getting paid and producing for my football team, man. And that ain't got nothing to do with how I feel about these people as people. You know what I'm saying? They might be great human beings. I'm judging them strictly off of football players.
Facts, me too. It's on the way to judging, man. You know what I'm saying? We football content creators. 9 times out of 10, we don't know these niggas at all. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it's probably better not to know them because you have situations like we were in. Like, I really like Jalen Tolbert as a person. He was super cool when he came on. You know, it was a very enjoyable time that we had, and we had to drag this nigga for years after that just because of how he played on the field. So it's probably better that you don't even know these niggas like that. You know what I mean?
You be rooting for him because you know him as a person. Like, we not dehumanizing nobody, but we just saying, like, it's business, man. It's business. Like I said, if you was running a strict business and your cousin was late every day for 6 months, he's 2-3 hours late every day. Like, you gonna have to let cuz go, man. Cuz you gonna have to find something else to do after a while, bro. There's only so much of that you can take.
Real shit. And that's the thing, man. I don't think nobody in Cowboy land is going to survive trading away a 25-year-old All-Pro in back-to-back years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in love with George Pickens, but I'm in love with George Pickens gives me. Like, I'm in love with, because listen, let's keep it 1,000. If George Pickens came over here and ain't do a goddamn thing last year, niggas would not be out here trying to have him on the team. Let's be 1,000% accurate about what's going on. If George Pickens wasn't a dope player, if he wasn't an all-pro caliber player, if he wasn't productive, folks would not be out here fighting tooth and nail to have him. If he had a Jalen Tolbert kind of season, niggas wouldn't give a fuck. If he had a Brandon Cooks kind of season, niggas wouldn't give a fuck. Like, the man went out here and produced and did his job. You know what I'm saying? And he did his job at one of the highest levels. Right? So that's why people want to have that kind of playmaking ability, you know, on the team. Like, and we can say it's easy to place a wide receiver 2. He's not a wide receiver 2. The nigga he was your leading receiver, and he was an all-pro. And CeeDee Lamb missed a fourth of the season due to injury. Right? So in that time, he stepped up, took the mantle, you know, led your offense, you know, and you don't win that Green Bay game if Ryan Flournoy, I mean, you don't tie that Green Bay game. Like, you don't put up 40 points with Ryan Flournoy as your number 1 and then some Jonathan Mingo was your number 2. Like, you were able to be in that Green Bay game, you know, it was a flat out shootout. You know, you were able to be in that Green Bay game because of George Pickens and Dak Prescott. You would not have gotten that with Ryan Flournoy and some other niggas and Jalen Tolbert or some shit, right? So I'm not sitting here acting like, you know, like there aren't, you know, like, because I get it. There's a possibility this shit could go sideways with the negotiations and shit like that. But as long as George Pickens is in play, George Pickens is the nigga that we should be targeting. Like, he's already been here. He's already been in the system. He's already built a relationship with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. You can tag him. You can get an extension done. You know, you don't have to give up assets to have him on your team. Like, it's a really simple process when we're talking about George Pickens. Like, and this is not me being anti-edge or no shit like that. Like, I still believe the Dallas Cowboys defense needs an overhaul. But let's have realistic conversations about how we're going to get one of these world-breaking edges. Like, we can't have it both ways. We can't highlight that, you know, premium pass rushers are rare. They're worth more than gold. You gotta give up your firstborn and your kidney just to get one, nigga. Okay, so if they're that valuable, so why are folks just going to just hand out and give us one? If they're that valuable, how are we going to ascertain one without turning the entire team down to get it? Let me know.
I mean, like I said, bro, we had a bad defense with Michael Parsons, and true enough, we didn't have Quinn Williams with it, cause like he really make this whole machine go. We seen life with a dope ass edge with no interior pressure, and it got us nothing. We still was a bad defense. We couldn't even use the pass rush much because people ain't had to throw against us. So let's not act like pass rushing is the end all be all. If you can't stop the run, pass rush is insignificant. It don't even matter no more.
Which is very true. And there's a bigger correlation in winning titles between, you know, defensive tackle play and, you know, than it is actually edge rushers. All of the Super Bowl champions have good defensive tackle play. You know, the Bucks had Vita Vea. Just this year, you know, the Patriots had Christian Barmore, and the Seattle Seahawks had Leonard Williams. Right. The year prior to that, we know about Jalen Carter and Milton Williams for the Philadelphia Eagles. We know that Chris Jones is over there with the Chiefs, right? There is more of a correlation between defensive tackle play and winning football games and winning championships, you know, than there is actually edge rushers. So I'm not sitting here trying to downplay edge rushers at all, but you know, we just being 1,000% real. Like, again, like I said, you can't have it both ways. You can't, you know, point out like, hey, there are very few of these guys in the league and they don't come around too often, and then be upset when people point out, well, since that's the case and all these people are winning and they ain't got one, there has to be, you know, a path forward where you could build a team and win one without one, correct? Because if they're one in a million and niggas still got to go about their day and find a way to win, there obviously is a path forward to win without one. Correct? Am I misinterpreting that, landlord?
Yeah, facts.
Also, I can't do my boy JR bad. He been since the Super with the 499. He said, "What up, bro? Which linebackers in draft better than Leah Fowler's draft prospect? Is there flexibility with current linebackers on the squad?" Listen, I'm taking Sonny Styles over every nigga we got on this team. I don't give a damn what people talking about. You gotta sweep around your own front door, you know, before you talk about the prospects. If you look at your team and them niggas is better than what you got on your team, you know, and they might, and let's say they're the best player available on your draft board, you don't overthink it. And that's for any position. If Sonny Styles is there and he's the best player on your draft board and he's better than the linebackers you have, you draft Sonny Styles. Like, I don't think it's even a hard discussion to have when it comes to something like that, right? If you ain't got shit, you know, if you ain't got a motherfucking thing, you know, you hungry, you out here on the streets, your belly touching your back, you know, you on the verge of death, and I offer your whole ass a peanut butter sandwich, you can't then turn your nose up and say, bitch, I want filet mignon. I'm gonna let you die. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna let you die. We ain't going to get steak, nigga. Usually get this peanut butter.
I can't remember what movie
sandwich.
that was where the homeless man slapped through the subway sandwich or something back at the person. You can't be like that, bro. You gonna die. If you gonna starve, that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah. And look, because I do want to have this conversation too, you know, and not just, you know, talk about defensive tackle play and shit like that. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, there are some niggas that need to go. Now, I don't want to confuse anybody about these numbers. These are the lifetime savings you get, and compared to the lifetime dead money. And remember, dead money is escalated. Dead money is paid within the first 2 years, right? So let's talk about it. Drake Ferguson, and these are all the people that have outs in their contracts. Scary movie, Beige Box. That was Scary Movie, landlord. He right.
Facts.
They hit the white bitch with the sandwich, like the main white girl that was crazy. All them motherfuckers crazy, really though. They had Sean. Then they had Sean weighing in there gay as a hoe.
They played Scary Movie this weekend, believe it or not, Valentine's Day weekend. On
really?
cable somewhere. Yeah, that's what's crazy about it.
Oh man. Yeah, man. So Cowboys. So yeah, man. These are the guys you got out in their contracts in 2027. So Jake Ferguson, lifetime savings on that contract. He ain't got no more guaranteed money. That's how you can go ahead and pack him up and get him gone. JR hit you with a $4.99 too, landlord. He said, "Damn deal, landlord." I'm gonna let you answer this question too before I continue. He said,
Hello?
"Damn deal, landlord. What two players in free agency would you sign that would free up to draft BPA?"
What players in free agency? For sure, like I said, if they in the bargain, if they in the market for it, I would love to sign Minka Fitzpatrick. He one of my top guys. I think safety play is one of the reasons why we ain't where we need to be at. Everybody talking about corner, but the safeties was just as bad last year. So I showed
starting safety this year too.
Huh?
So you'll be down a starting safety too this year because Donovan Wilson contract expired.
I would love to get a top safety in this draft, but I don't see it. And it's a couple of offensive players. Y'all know I ain't scared. Like, I fight the whole nation about. I'm just be real. It's two of them I fight everybody about right now. Jeremiah Love and Sadiq. No lie. We can fight.
Oh, yeah. Also, to their point, you do have to trade for Minka. So pick two other niggas if we talk about free agency.
I gotta see the full list.
I got my two. It'd be Trey Hendrickson and Eric Stokes. If you go get, and because I'm not anti-edge. I'm not saying that you don't need better edge play. You only got two of them niggas. Like, you only got James Houston under contract, and you only got Donovan Izaraku under contract. Everybody else is a fucking free agent. You know what I'm saying? You got two pass rushers under contract. So the best available defensive end out there right now that's on the open market that you don't have to give up any assets for to go and get, you just got to give them some money, is Trey Hendrickson, right? So I will go out as long as the medicals check out for Trey. If the medicals check out for Trey Hendrickson, I'm giving him a contract 2-3 years to come to Dallas, you know, for the window that we have while Dak Prescott is still here and healthy. Man just had back-to-back seasons, you know, where he had 17 and a half sacks. He's a pass rush specialist. He ain't really the best run defender. I ain't gonna hold you. He ain't the best run defender in the world, but he does well enough to where I don't have to take him off the field. He's big enough and he does well enough in the run game to where I don't have to just take him off the field He's not like a liability, shit to that extent. They might try him, but he can answer the bill. But I take Trey Hendrickson and then Eric Stokes, as I mentioned, and I really want to do a film study on Eric Stokes too, because I think that he has some. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all hold what you got. So look like restructures can happen right now as well. So teams can already start doing restructures. I know because the Chiefs just restructured Patrick Mahomes' contract, lowering his salary cap number from 78.2 to 34.6. They created $43.5 million in salary cap space with that move to lower Patrick Mahomes' cap hit, so they converted that much into a signing bonus basically and moved it down the line. So yeah, so again, the cap is not fake, it's not a MILF, but you can manipulate the fuck out that hoe. If you play, y'all be manipulating hoes anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But
yikes.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying. But nah, those would be my two. Trey Henderson and Eric Stokes. I don't think Eric Stokes gave up a touchdown this year, landlord. I could be mistaken, but I don't think he gave up a touchdown this year. Or it was like one.
That's impressive.
It is. And I think he was the primary corner for the Raiders. Yeah, switches, man. But this is the thing when people talk about cap, and I want to have some nuance when we talk about cap manipulation and stuff like that. There are more things to cap manipulation than just the simple restructures. I want people to understand that, because I want you to also understand how contracts are structured in a way to where teams can move on and cut players with no hassle, just like the Dallas Cowboys did. I can give them a lot of flack and a lot of animosity for how they sign people, but with the contracts they basically gave Jake Ferguson, Osa, and Ron Bland, they were basically 2-year deals. All of their guaranteed money is done with this year. The Dallas Cowboys will pay out all their guarantees to these contracts this year. So if they're underperforming next year, you don't have to restructure them, or you don't have to give them an extension. You can cut them and get them all the way off the books, and save a lot of cap space in doing so. So I don't want people to ever just think about the simple restructure. The simple restructure is just one aspect of cap management and cap and roster building. Right, it's not all just about the restructures. It's also about how the contracts are structured, financially, how much guaranteed money is offered within the contracts, when the outs are in the contract, and when and who to extend, moving forward. For example, it was not smart to give an extension to Zach Martin once all of his guaranteed money was gone. Right, you should have either traded him or cut him, and you would not have been on the books, for Zach Martin at that point. So it's not really about the fact that they were hitting too many switches on Zach Martin. The issue with the Zach Martin situation is that they gave him another extension, and they should not have. You do not extend players in their mid-30s unless they're a quarterback, right? They got a much better shelf life, So a guy like Zach Martin who has no money left on a contract, you should be treating them like Jake Ferguson. You should be treating them like Osa Odigizua. You should be treating them like DeRon Bland. When their money is up, their time in Dallas is up. You don't give them extra money to move down the line, right? So it was actually just mismanagement by the Dallas Cowboys. Like, they felt pressure to do so because of who it was. It was Zach Martin. He's a fan favorite, future Hall of Famer, all that shit. They felt outside pressure not to let him go and hit the open market. They should have cut his ass the moment he tried this shit, or they should have traded him. Right, and all that is true. But the reason that you ate the 2 years of dead money for him it wasn't because of the shit beforehand. It was because of the fact that you gave him that extension, and he had more guaranteed money on his contract afterwards. Right, so that's really where that came in that situation right there. Now, in regards to like the simple restructures and how you clean that up, right? When it comes to that, it depends on the player. Like sometimes it's not in your best interest to hit the simple restructure on a player. Like we can all agree to that. Like sometimes if they're aging out, you don't think they got that many good years left, you might not want to hit the restructure button on that player. But let's say you do. Let's say somebody like Dak Prescott or CeeDee Lamb, who are still young enough and playing at a high enough level that they're worth an extra. They're worth an extra contract. Where a guy like Dak Prescott, if you can hit him with a simple restructure, or you hit CeeDee Lamb with a simple restructure, they're young enough to where you could turn around the very next year and give them extensions, and that adds extra years to the contract. That clears up some dead money. It converts, signing bonus. It converts base salary into signing bonuses, and as long as they're playing at a high level, it's nothing that's going to bite you, right? So that's really what it is. It's not about the switches themselves or the restructures themselves. It's about who you restructure, when you restructure, and your willingness to move off of guys when the guaranteed money is gone. So I just wanted to just break that down a little bit, because I think there is some misconceptions about some cap management things, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, so to get to this, because we were talking about folks that ain't got no money left. Jake Ferguson. If you cut Jake Ferguson, the lifetime savings on that is, $21.4 million in savings and $7.4 million in dead cap money. Yeah, I just talked about it before you came in. I gave a whole soliloquy, about cap management, who to restructure, who to let get cut and shit like that. So if you missed it, if you missed it, watch it on the playback. Because it's a lot to go through. It's a lot to go through. Yeah, so lifetime savings on Jake Ferguson, $21.4 million in cap savings and $7.4 million in dead money. So in totality, dead money bad, but cap saving good. So we talk about positive equity in that contract over the lifetime of it. You're clearing up $17 million from your book. No, 14. You're clearing up $14 million from your books, right? And that's positive equity in that contract. Only $7 million in dead money. If you take that away from the 21.4 in cap savings, that is $14 million in positive equity that you get from Jake Ferguson not being on your football team anymore. Osa Odighizuwa, $39 million in cap savings. He only has $12 million in dead money next year if you move on from him. If you talk about positive equity in that contract, he'll have $27 million that you free up, over the lifetime of that contract. And same thing for the brother, the Run Blend. Let's just round this shit up to $9 million in dead money, $49.3 million in cap savings. That's a $40 million savings over the lifetime of that contract for the brother, the Run Blend. So what I'm saying is this: sometimes it's not about a restructure. Sometimes it's not about extending niggas. Sometimes niggas need to go somewhere. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck out of here. And that's my sentiments for Jake Ferguson, Osa, and the Run Blend. Yeah, if they don't perform well, like we can move on from you with a lot of positive equity. We don't have to, give you extensions and shit. And that's where the Dallas Cowboys messed up with Zach Martin. After his guaranteed money was gone, they gave him another deal. And you don't have to make that mistake again. And let's be 1,000. Show of hands. Let me know out the Cowboys world. If all it took was sacrificing these niggas, but you can have George Pickens and Trey Hendrickson, or you can have George Pickens and let's say the Raiders only won't pick 12 and Osa, so we just gonna give Osa away. But let's say that you can have your cake and eat it too. Would you not do it if that's all it took to just get some underperforming players off your books? And what's the question? We always answer questions. What's the question? I see you got a question.
What Miss Queen said?
They just say I had a question, but I'm waiting for what the question is. They gotta go ahead and ask it. I'm just waiting.
Did you send it on the cash app, maybe?
I think. I thought I had answered it. Let me go ahead and look. Oh, they said why?
Maybe that's what you talking about.
Why you ain't answering? Let me go and look. Let me go and look. If you got a question and I missed it, it's my bad. Let me go over here. Okay. How many of y'all was beating the table for Zach Martin, Landlord, and Henny? Shit. I know that they crucified Stars for even mentioning like y'all should let that boy go.
Who is they?
Like they called.
I was one of the only people that was with them.
Mm-hmm.
No lie. I supported Star with that, and she was absolutely right. Shout out to Star. She was right as hell. The Cowboys, that come from us again, loving these damn players, man. We gotta look at them like business, bro. You might love your car, but if that motherfucker breaking down on you every week, it's time to move on. Shit. That being real, this is business. It ain't got nothing to do with the person, man. It is what it is. They sure kept it business when it came to Tyron Smith. They kept it business with him.
They sent his ass on.
Huh?
Yeah, they got it. They sent his ass on. Like,
you know what I'm saying? They kept it business then. They ain't had no tough time keeping it business then. That's all I'm saying. Like, bro, this is a business we run. And name me a business that's profitable or successful that's ran off of love. Please.
Not a one.
Hey,
not a one. That's not how.
I would need somebody to let me know that business. See, when they say love don't pay the bills, my nigga, that's it real. That's why that statement is real. Cause bills is business. You know what I'm saying? Like love don't pay the bills, bro. Real talk. What they say? What's the number one reason why people get divorced these days?
They say finances.
Because love don't pay the goddamn bills. That's why.
Mm-hmm. He said trade Ferg and Olsen and pick number 20 for Crosby and Myles Garrett. Same cap money, better defense. And again, this is the issue that I have with trying to move on from your best players when you still got underperformers on your team. DeRon Bland ain't played good football in going on 2 years now. He ain't been good in 2 years, but he's one of the most expensive players on your team. Like, I'm taking his money before I'm sending out the young guys that performing.
That's love,
like,
man.
It makes no sense.
That's once again love.
Yeah.
We love DeRon.
Yeah, it don't. Who loved DeRon?
The Cowboys organization, apparently.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say I don't love that nigga.
We love DeRon. I'm talking about as an organization. They love him.
Man, they love him. Yeah,
they love Ferg too.
I'm gonna say they. Yeah, I keep using they because we.
Because what's so crazy? I gotta take that saying back. Cause love did pay them niggas bills. Love paid their bills. Yeah.
You said, hey. Now listen, CeeDee Lamb be acting like a hoe. He do. CeeDee Lamb do be acting like a hoe. But that's a hoe that I need right now. I know that he checks out. I know he's a diva. I know that his fashion sense leaves a lot to be desired. You know, I know all of this. I do. But I'm not trying to go back in the same hole of just having one weapon. Because let's be 1,000. For all the people that say we just seen this defense last year and we act like we got amnesia. Y'all saw this offense in 2024 with one weapon. That was one of the worst offenses that Dak Prescott ever quarterbacked. It was one of the worst offenses. It was one of Dak Prescott's worst season as a starting quarterback. Like, it was so bad, me and Landlord were having conversations if Dak woke up sorry. So that's the thing. Like, I seen this offense when teams are able to bracket just one wide receiver and say, hey, Everybody else, we gonna play you head up. You ain't gonna win. You know, we gonna have y'all locked the fuck up, and it is what it is. Like for real, like that was not good football to watch. That was not good. That was not good foot. That was not winning football that we seen from them in 2024. Of course. Why would I not keep two all pro players? I want to get rid of Jake Ferguson. Like if anything, we talk about cutting fat on the offense. Terrence Steele and Jake Ferguson can take their ass. Can take their ass somewhere.
I got a theory
on the
too.
offense not performing.
I got a theory
What's
too
up?
why we went playing winning football that year. Everybody went finna let Mike cook them with that same offense 2 years in a row. And we didn't do nothing to get better. But people gonna tell you it was Mike McCarthy's fault. So all I'm gonna say is you supposed to update your resume, man. If you would have gave us a better receiver, we would have had better results. We had Brandon Cooks, and Brandon Cooks was a journeyman this year. He had a couple of highlight moments, but not many. It wasn't good enough to be my number 2 receiver. I tell you that goddamn much.
Yes, indeed. And that's all we're saying. Like the guys that actually play well on your team, both sides of the balls, right? The Quentin Williams, he can stay. You know, it's really a very short list on hold. I'm grasping the straws right now. But the Dak Prescotts, the CeeDee Lambs, the George Pickens, the Tyler Bookers and the Tyler Smiths and shit, right? They can stay. They perform. They're good. Excuse me, they're good. It's the other guys that are getting good money and the results aren't good. The Jake Fergusons, the Hunter Lukes, you just paid the fullback.
The Donovan Wilsons.
And
the Turpins.
I don't even speak his name.
The Marquise Bells. And like, I understand, like, okay, some of these people might have not had the fairest of shots. My point is, if you ain't gonna give them a shot, what the hell are you paying them for? And what the hell are they on the team for? Like, it makes no sense. We paying for something that we never use. I guess they insurance. Shit, I guess they insurance.
There ain't the kind of insurance. You insure that shit with like a 5th round, 6th round pick, man. Like, who pays specialists? Who pays specialists that don't do another job? Like Marcus Jones is one of the better return men in the NFL, and he's is a starting cornerback. He actually has a real job outside of just returning footballs and shit. You know what I mean? So like, that's the issue I have. And then Clean Cowboys with the 5-piece says, so the fans are split on whether to keep one or keep both. I want both. Yeah, like you can have both of them. It's just like I do agree when people talking about like cap management. There's plenty of folks on this team that I'm shipping out because the jobs that they do, you don't pay for them jobs. You don't fucking pay a fullback in the year 2026. You don't really pay a specialist. You know, I don't give a damn what nobody talking about. There's niggas that run 4.2 and shit that come out in these late rounds all the time. Let them be your return specialist. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be for a fraction of what you're paying this man to do. Right? You don't need Jake Ferguson if he can't be 1,000-yard tight end with the coverage look that he gets. Nobody is checking for Jake Ferguson in this offense. They were trying to stop
Name the game.
CeeDee Lamb.
Name the game in 2025 where you was thankful you had Turpin on your team or Jake Ferguson. We were like, woo! We would have lost that game if it wasn't for Turpin or if it wasn't for Jake Ferguson. I don't know, bro. Like, I know Ferguson had production, but like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, he's supposed to crush it this year. He did okay. He did pretty good. But given the circumstances, bro, you got a healthy Dak Prescott for 17 games, and you got CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and a great run game that everybody else worried about before you. That's disrespectful. You supposed to be going crazy right now. You supposed to be going crazy, sir. Like, ain't nobody even studying you right now. That's what we say, studying you. I don't even know how to spell it. Ain't nobody studying you right
We
now,
know
bro.
how to say it though. Yeah, we know how to say
we
it
know how
down
to
here in the
say it,
South.
and I don't know how to spell it.
Beige Boxer said the only thing he can think of is the Turpin fumble recovery versus KC. That's the one play he made. And it wasn't him catching the ball or scoring the touchdown. It was him, running really, really fast across the field and getting a fumble recovery. So I respect the hustle play, but shit. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Because listen, when all these little bullshit contracts they gave, is why it looks so fugazi, man. That's why it looked like the Dallas Cowboys are spending so much money. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you look on paper, the Dallas Cowboys had one of the most expensive defenses, but they were ass. You know what I'm saying? And then Queen with a 5-piece said, get rid of all the lazy, divified, and controversial players, period. Hey, I'm getting rid of anybody that ain't playing good football. If you don't play good football, or if you don't play football at all, I'm looking at you, Deron Bland, and I'm looking at you, DeMarvin Overshawn. If you don't even get on the damn field no more because your body's in shambles, we got to have a conversation about your employment here. And I'm not being rude. I'm not trying to be mean. I want the boys to heal up and have great careers. But if that's not the case and your body has betrayed you, the Dallas Cowboys don't need to be even entertaining giving DeMarvin Overshawn no goddamn contract extension this offseason. He gonna have to play this shit out. He gonna have to play this shit out. This nigga gonna have to play 20 games in a 17-game season just to sell me right now, dog. he gonna have to play 20 games in a 17-game season. Shit, for real. Talk about giving that man a contract. What's up with you, the real DA Lee? They been tapping in and showing love, man. Salute to you, my brother. Oh, Wanye is an unrestricted free agent as well. Like Wanye is pretty much out the door as well. Like Wanye is and I like Wanye. I had seen more, when he had got his opportunity. Because when he got his opportunity, he didn't actually get his opportunity because he was sidelined with migraines. I think he played like a game and a half or some shit like that, and then you didn't see no more done Wanye Thomas because of the migraines. Israel said, Henny said, dang, we getting rid of the water boy too if you're not putting up. For real shit. Like, listen, we're having conversations about not signing George Pickens because of some of these fucked up ass contracts. Like if the Dallas Cowboys cap situation looked different, it wouldn't even be a conversation about being able to fit people underneath the cap and stuff. But we out here giving CJ Goodwin 1-year participation trophy deals. We out this bitch giving Jake Ferguson, I want to jump the line in front of Michael Parsons. You giving contracts to Ron Bland because he jumped the line. You giving contract to Osa because he jumped the motherfucking line and shit, man. So that's where I'm at with it. You done paid a whole bunch of people that done did a whole bunch of nothing. Real shit. How the fuck Jake Ferguson get a contract extension a year after he ain't have a goddamn touchdown?
And that lets you.
It don't make no sense.
That what makes you beg the question.
Get a massive contract extension.
That makes you beg the question. Why the hell are we focusing on one of our best players first? Like you can, man. Before you talk to me about trading Jordan Pickens, you need to be talking to me about trimming all the fat off of this team. Then, if we still can't afford to be good, then I might consider it if you give me a good deal. Other than that, and from the stuff that I'm hearing that he'll get back for, man, I'm cool. It ain't worth it. They ain't even talking our language, bro. Y'all just, go ahead.
Yeah, if you only get a second round pick back for George Pickens, you failed. You fucking failed. You got a second round pick back for an all pro. You played yourself. You played yourself right out of your spot. Especially for the fucking Dallas Cowboys. Them niggas can't draft a damn second round pick player to say they goddamn life. You ain't drafted a good second round pick player that's on your team in years, nigga. In years, the one person name you could throw out, not even a Dallas Cowboy no more, man. You could say, hey, we drafted Trayvon Diggs. That nigga unemployed.
Right. And what's so crazy? I feel so strongly about this Jake Ferguson shit. I'm telling you, if Sadiq there, boy, if we draft that man and y'all go crazy, boy, y'all gonna think I work for the front office. I'm gonna be in full support of that shit. Bro, I would love for that. I've been wanting Dak to have a young, athletic tight end since the beginning. And he ain't had now, ever. Man, please. Let him mess around and come to our senses like, wow, this dude probably better than Jake Ferguson right now. Oh, we finna draft him. Boy, what? Man, I'd be out here going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Real shit. And yeah, he said Troy said tight end should be a revolving door as long as we had listen. If you ain't got one of them special tight ends, you ain't gotta sign one, bro. You ain't gotta sign one. If you ain't got Brock Bowers or a Kittle kind of dude, or a Kyle Pitts, or damn me, what's another dope ass? Oh, Trey McBride. I can't ever forget about Trey McBride. If you ain't got no tight end like that, you shouldn't be giving them niggas extensions. Just swap them out, or you get you two or three of them niggas there. You know what I mean? Sam Laporta, like the guys. If you got guys like that, cool. You know, you can give them a contract. They've been made all these all-pro selections and the had 1,000-yard seasons, 900-yard seasons, stuff like that. Jake ain't never did nothing like that. Jake ain't never been no all-pro. Jake ain't never had more than 800 yards before, man. So what we talking about? When is
bro, we really, like I said, bro, for us to be the Dallas Cowboys, we still ain't learned our lesson, bro. We jumped the gun on players so quick. Like, man, real talk, bro. Like I said, shout out West Coast, bro. Because he was absolutely right. We should have kept Dalton Schultz, I feel like. Swear to God. That man, y'all can say what the hell y'all want to say about Dalton Schultz, but that man was way more productive and had way more chemistry with Dak. Swear to God. We ain't seen Dak be dealing in the scene ball since Dalton Schultz left this building. Man, Dak and Dalton probably, man, them boys used to score so many touchdowns together, man, please. I'm not fighting anybody about this now. Because we see the results now. We gave up too quick and we were trying to move on too quick. That's what we do with almost all our fucking players. But we still think we can just toss people to the side that we ain't even gave real chances to. I'm not doing that shit, bro. Real talk. I'm scoring. Hey, it's so many people who done left this team and went and out there producing and balling out for everybody else. Like, fuck that. Y'all better be more careful.
You went from having hot pockets to being hungry. You went from having hot pockets to being hungry as a whole. Because hey, Jake Ferguson don't even give you the hot pockets ass gave you, man. He don't give you the seam thread that he used to give you. He give you no yak. Like, I'm getting Jake Ferguson off this team as soon as the 2026 season is over, and you know we can work something out either via trade, or I might have to wait and make him a June 1st cut to get the max money. He's off my team, and the same with the Ron Bland.
Think about
Ron Bland has the most. What's up?
I'll finish the statement.
Nah, I was just finna say, unless the Ron Bland has the most outstanding, you know, resurgence ass year in history. He a first team all pro and a defensive player of the year candidate or some shit. Going to. Christian Parker works some voodoo magic, you know, draw a salt circle around this nigga, you know, and recite an incantation to make him unsorry. Unless that happens, his ass gone too. But go ahead and say what you finna say, brother.
I was about to say, like, if we look at it, man, ain't no way you can tell me that Bird has gave you what you wanted. Cause think about this. You remember when we had dog shows, bro? We used to be trying to figure it out. Like, is he really good? Is he is good, or is it that? Or is it the system? Like, we trying to wonder how Schultz was thinking like that. We ain't even wondering about Ferg. Like, we ain't even got no wondering about Ferg, bro. Like, we just like, yeah, he ain't good enough. He ain't good enough to make us wonder, man. I'm cool.
Yes, it is. Yes. All right, but listen, we're here for a good time, not a long time. I gotta get ready for work. I gotta make some shit happen. I appreciate my brother landlord. Spur of the moment, I ain't this shit at all. I just had shot this man the link and called him and said, and asked he gonna get on. This nigga said yes. So salute to my boy for always being down to make some good quality content. Salute to y'all, because listen, it's only 7:56 in the morning. It was 7 when we started. Y'all had all kind of shit to do, beforehand, before we jumped on here, man. Some of y'all was getting ready for work. Some of y'all was trying to get kids to school. Some of y'all, were coming home from work because you had just worked that long ass night shift. So I appreciate y'all for taking time out y'all day to jump on here and listen to Cowboys Convos, where we have conversations about the Dallas Cowboys, man. Listen,
Absolutely.
They're gonna have the press conference. They'll have a press conference this afternoon. We'll be back probably tonight to give our reactions to the shit. And hey, we might just watch it with y'all over. Y'all might have missed it. There might have been something in there that you missed. What's up, bro?
Do me a favor and send me an alert when the press conference about to come on, because I don't want to miss this. I might not. I don't know where it's gonna be at. Is it gonna be on Twitter or is it gonna be on YouTube? Or both? Because sometimes they don't put it on YouTube.
I don't know.
Okay.
It might be on
Well,
Twitter.
shit. If you hear before me, let me know. Say what?
This nigga said some of us were getting some booty. Like, hold on, man.
Some of us. Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Early in the morning.
Early, he rolled over for it, man. Oh shit.
He tooted that thing up and it's over with.
It was over.
But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming through though, man. Just like it was no warning for me, it was no warning for them either. So they just show up and support and be, engaged and all that, man. So we appreciate y'all. We can't do this without y'all, bro.
Yes, indeed, man. All right, y'all. Well, I'm finna get my ass ready for work. We appreciate y'all for everything. And then to my brother West Coast Cow, man, never look down because the style is up.